sir. Viscount Phlegathon has sent an urgent appeal to reinforce the front lines on the Great Bridge.
Acheron again? How many times does that make it today?
Only the fourth. He sent 8 requests yesterday.
I'll call that an improvement then. Thanks. Just tell him, message received, keep your chin up, and good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure it's okay to just blow him off like that? I mean, I get that it's Acheron, but...
He can deal with it. That guy would rather foist his duties on everyone else than bother to lift a finger himself. There's a reason we call him the Weather Vane. It's a cruel twist of fate that a selfish lord like him controls one of the most important points in the Alliance.
Claude, we are nearing the breaking point. My father has sent an urgent request for reinforcements.
Oh boy. Things must be getting really dire if Count Gloucester sent word as well.
Then surely it's time for us to depart.
We just need to protect the bridge, right?
Yes. If it falls into the Empire's hands, there'll be no keeping the war out of Alliance territory.
I'd hate to see innocent towns and villages getting caught in the fighting.
With the way things are going, though, I think we should be ready to abandon the bridge if necessary. If we go in determined to hold it at any cost, we could end up sacrificing a lot of lives in a battle we have no hope of winning.
If worse comes to worst, it'll be up to us to evacuate as many of our soldiers as we can.
The war with the Empire won't end with the coming battle, so I want to keep our losses to the absolute minimum.
If the Great Bridge of Myrden falls, then Garreg Mach will be in jeopardy too.
That's true. And since Edelgard is set on toppling the Central Church, it probably won't end well for them. What are you going to do, Shamir? Will you return to aid the monastery?
No. I've repaid my debt to Rhea. I no longer have any ties to the Knights of Ceros.
All right. Then let's adjourn this war council and get moving.
Yeah! Let's do this!
For the sake of the Alliance, don't hold anything back. I'm counting on each and every one of you. My time to shine.
I've got this.
This looks bad. We might have to abandon the bridge after all. Either way, we can't afford to lose Count Gloucester. We have to secure an escape route and rescue him.
And that's not going to be easy. We'll have to take the surrounding strongholds first.
do not hurry. My father's life will be in danger. Can we make use of the archers?
Firing a volley right about now should do the trick. Archers, attack! Let's do this!
It took you this long to arrive? Not that I expected much from our fraud of a leader.
Yeah, sorry about that. We're here now, at any rate.
Lost is locked in battle in the center of the bridge. Hurry and rescue him.
We must save my father at once.
I had hopes to achieve victory without bloodshed.
Got it. Time to make a name.
I think this will go well.
My, well done. I can take it from here. Go forth and continue your assault.
I would not trust that fickle weather vane. He's liable to betray us at the slightest breeze.
All right, take it down.
Now, charge and attack.
Count Gloucester, are you all right? At least we made it here in time.
Ah, so you have come to rescue me. You have my gratitude. I cannot fall here. Thank you. However, the situation is dire. Please cover my soldiers as they escape.
Our escape route isn't secure just yet. We need to hurry up and capture those strongholds.
We've got an escape route now, yeah?
Now seems like an opportune time to curry favor with the Empire. Troops, we are defecting. Move out!
Looks like Lester's weather vane can't sense the prevailing wind after all. Don't hesitate to take them out.
Time to show how strong you've become.
We've got no choice but to abandon the bridge. Count Gloucester, order a retreat.
I shall bring up the rear and draw the enemy away. All troops, withdraw from the bridge post-haste.
This isn't our last battle by a long shot, so we can't afford to lose any more troops. Guard them as they retreat.
Here it comes! You're done!
I should have never thought the Empire my ally.
Don't let them get away!
I think this will go. I'm prepared to.
All right. There's nothing.
They want as few casualties as possible. We could have the support squad protect the retreating troops.
disposed of one problem. Is it safe to retreat now?
Sorry, but I'm not letting anyone escape. Get in my way and I'll knock you flat!
Caspar, is that you? In no way am I gonna let you stop it.
Here it comes! Take it! You're done!
You're pretty tough, but I'm not gonna back down now!
Caspar, are you alright? Honestly, must you always rush off by yourself like that?
Can't give up now!
Maybe I should stop them. Always be prepared.
What are you doing? The enemy's gonna get away!
You would have died if you'd kept fighting. You need to pay closer attention to what's going on around you.
We have to guard against any enemy generals in pursuit, and withdraw once everything is secure.
Yeah, they're not gonna let us just waltz out of here. Target the enemy as soon as they pop their heads out. I guess we probably shouldn't let them escape. Shall I open the gate to draw them in?
Stop, Linhardt! Don't go off by yourself! Ugh, I'm still too hurt!
If there's one thing Linhardt hates, it's a pointless fight. We might be able to convince him to surrender.
I'll take point.
It's my turn. Still improving. Wow, I guess all that combat experience comes in handy.
I really don't have much choice, do I? Sometimes you have to fight even when it's a pain.
Linhardt, don't you dare even think about dying for me!
I will do what I want, though I would prefer to avoid any squabbles with you. Just let me rest. You know you'll end up dead if you keep going, right? So just surrender already. You could have said as much before you beat me up. You're all cruel, you know that? But fine.
You were never the type to fight to the death anyway. If anything, I'm relieved.
All right, there's nothing.
I think that I'm prepared to see this through.
So you
take care of him before reinforcements arrive.
If we can spare them, wouldn't it be preferable to take out all the nearby strongholds? Now there's less chance we'll be attacked during our retreat.
It's down.
I can do this someday!
Stay vigilant.
Fine, you can keep Linhardt then. I can't die here.
Now we don't have to worry about them chasing after us. Let's get a move on and retreat before... What's that?
You appear to be outmatched, Catspar. Allow me to show you all the full might of the Empire.
Reinforcements have already arrived. Then I have no other option. House Gloucester hereby swears fealty to the Empire. Cease fighting and throw down your weapons. Further resistance is futile.
What? Fall back! We need to get out of here!
Claude, what is the meaning of this? Father, why are you surrendering to... Father! Claude, what is the meaning of this? Has the Alliance forsaken my father?
Far from it, Lawrence. Just calm down and we'll talk this through.
How am I to remain calm at a time like this? The noble House Gloucester has been relinquished to Imperial control!
Considering his position, I'm sure Count Gloucester anticipated this possibility and has already laid the groundwork to switch sides. I doubt the Empire will lay a finger on your father.
So you've been thinking Count Gloucester might surrender all along?
The Count's greatest concern has always been keeping the people of his territory from getting swept up in the war. It only stands to reason that he'd prefer a noble surrender to a lengthy, bitter resistance.
I expect House Ordelia will follow suit and pledge fealty to the Empire.
Lawrence? Shouldn't we be returning to the Count?
If we go back to House Gloucester, we will no longer be able to fight for the Alliance. Is that what you desire?
No, of course not. Far from it.
I intend to remain with the Alliance army as well. Assuming that's all right with you, Claude?
I wouldn't have it any other way. This war has only just begun, after all. Since we've lost the bridge, the Imperial Army will soon descend upon Leicester itself. We can't allow them to run rampant over our land. It's time to redraw the battle lines. More.
Still. This'll make.
I am.
Gotta get.
Not good. Everyone here? Well, let's get right into it. We have to figure out exactly where we stand in this war. As you all know, the Empire has taken the Great Bridge of Myrddin. The Imperial Army now occupies what was formerly House Phlegethon territory. House Gloucester has surrendered to them as well.
Doubtless an agonizing decision on my father's part.
House Ordelia, to the east of the bridge, has also vowed not to take up arms against the Empire.
We had precious little in the way of arms in the first place. You have my deepest apologies.
You don't have to apologize, Lysithea. Count Ordelia did what anyone would have done.
And now Lawrence and Lysithea can't even go back home.
That's not all. After the battle, the Imperial Army crossed Gloucester territory and attacked Garreg Mach. Rhea and the rest of the Central Church have apparently fled to the Kingdom for sanctuary.
Then I suppose none of us will be able to visit our old school anytime soon.
I hope no one from the church was hurt.
There's no point in worrying about it now. But they're all tougher than you think.
Now that the monastery has fallen, the front lines are rapidly expanding north. It won't be long before Deirdre is within their reach. And if our capital falls, the Alliance goes with it. We have to stop them there, no matter the cost.
That all sounds well and good, but how large of an army will you even be able to raise at this point?
I don't think House Edmund will be able to send more troops. I'm sorry.
Which means House Goneril is the last of the 5 great lords upon whom we can rely.
I'm not so sure the combined forces of Houses Regan and Goneril will be enough to hold off the whole Empire.
We'll just have to work with what we've got. And let's not forget the hero of Daphne.
Who?
He speaks of Judith, the head of House Daphne. She was once counted among the 5 great lords.
We can definitely count on her. It helps that she seems to really like Claude for some reason.
But we can't expect much from her in terms of sheer numbers. Any chance the kingdom could send troops?
I doubt they'll have any to spare. They've just started engaging the Empire themselves over in the west of Fargus. And besides, I'm not sure how much we can really trust them. I still have no idea what's going on in Dimitri's head.
Well, we have an idea of how big our army's gonna be, if nothing else. What's the plan?
I'm still working that out. For now, all we can do is hold our ground and fight with everything we've got.
You can always count on me. And my muscles.
Thanks, Raphael. That unfounded confidence of yours is like music to my ears.
Lady Rhea, Sedith, I'm relieved you both made it out unharmed. It appears we arrived just in time.
You have our utmost thanks for aiding in our retreat, Your Majesty. I can only apologize for the trouble we may have caused your outfit.
King Dimitri, I cannot express just how grateful I am to you and all the fine people of Fargus.
The honor is mine. Your order provided me with immeasurable aid during my ascension to the throne. My citizens would have branded me a heathen had I not returned the favor.
And now it seems we are the ones who owe a debt. The Church shall provide whatever assistance it can to your efforts.
If you see it prudent, I have no objection to placing the Knights of our Order under Kingdom command.
Thank you both. While it pains me to qualify our hospitality, this kingdom is not a wealthy one, neither in goods nor provisions. I fear we may struggle to compensate your soldiers, or even to feed them.
You needn't trouble yourself with such concerns. Your generous offer of shelter will be more than enough.
Very well. We've lingered here long enough. Let us make for Ferdiad. There's much to discuss. The Church, the Kingdom, and the battles to come.
It seems the Leicester campaign is proceeding smoothly.
Indeed. Count Gloucester's timely surrender allowed us to advance with minimal casualties. Ferdinand's battalion is tightening the noose around House Regan's territory as we speak. The Minister of Military Affairs is making the necessary preparations to move his forces into the Alliance as well.
Once Count Burghley takes the field, we won't have anything to worry about on that front.
Yes. And at the moment, we have little choice but to divert most of our military might to our conflict with Fargus on the Western Front. I fear Count Rowe's abrupt change in allegiance will have only served to further provoke the Kingdom's army.
Ah, yes, him. He disregarded our timetable and launched an attack on the Kingdom without our approval. And in doing so, has done nothing but make trouble for the Empire. Still, we can hardly afford to abandon him.
We have led our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. What a troublesome policy that has turned out to be.
The policy may be irksome, but we will not fail to honor it. Dispatch immediate reinforcements to Count Rowe.
Understood. And what message shall I send to Count Burghley's?
I'm still a little wary of the Alliance's plans, but tell him we leave matters in his capable hands.